Hello there guys, and welcome to our 12th C programming tutorial in the C programming series of tutorials. Today's tutorial will talk about arrays in C. So if you haven't watched our previous tutorials, go ahead and do so. They will be very informative to you. If you haven't seen my other series of tutorials, I suggest you do that as well. It will be very appreciated if you guys do watch them, and if you leave comments, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. And thank you for watching this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. Always we include the libraries we need, so we include the standard IO. That is the only library we'll need for this tutorial. Let's go inside our main here, and let's go ahead here and declare an integer. I'm gonna call it k, and don't worry, we'll go over the code at the end here. And also declare another integer. This is going to be an integer array, so I'm going to call it num arr for number array, and I'm going to have 10 elements in here. We'll go over this as soon as we're done typing. So let me go ahead and type k equals 0 here, and k is less than 10, k plus plus, open bracket, close bracket, and inside of here type num arr k equals k. And let's go underneath this, and let's go ahead and type another for loop. You can go ahead and copy and paste if you wish the previous one. And let's go ahead, k is less than 10 in here, and k plus plus. And let's go inside here and just type a print statement, so printf, and let's go d, and let's put a new line character here, or return character, and let's type num arr and k, and put a semicolon at the end there, and let's go ahead and type return 0. Alright, let's go over our code here. So we declared an integer k here. That's going to be our counter for our for loop here, to keep track of the for loop, how many times we want to go around the loop. Here we have our we have a data type of int with an integer array which will hold integers, and you will hold 10 elements as specified here. The reason why we have to specify how many elements we want in the array, and C will not allow you to basically go on unless you specify how many elements you need, is because the compiler needs to allocate memory for you to store those elements. So it needs to know how many elements you need to store, so it knows how much memory to allocate, how many memory addresses to allocate for you to use in this program. That's the reason why we have to specify. And inside here in our for loop, in our conditional here, we have a 10. The reason we have a 10 is because inside our for loop here, what we are doing is, well, we basically we're starting k equals 0. So in num array location 0, we're going to store the value of k, which is 0. So we're going to store 0 there, and we have 10 here corresponding to the number of elements. If we had 11 here, then once this becomes 11, one here, it will try to store a value, but the compiler did not allocate enough memory for us because we did not specify it up here that we want 11 elements. So that element will be written in a different so we will try to write it somewhere in the memory space there, which may interfere with, because that memory space, that memory address might be used by another program running in your system at the same time. So that might cause corruption. So C will probably give you a warning for that, but if it doesn't, then you might corrupt some other program running. So it's very important here you specify. So you basically have the number of elements so that you really need, because if you try to write more than you can, more than you asked for, then that will cause other programs to corrupt. Down here in the second for loop, what we're doing is, this is fairly simple. What we're doing is we're just printing out the array, well, the values that we just stored up here in the array. So what we're basically doing is we're printing 0 through 9. So if we go ahead and run this, you should see that we should have no errors, and we don't. And let's go ahead and start with our debugging here. So we do see 0 through 9. What we stored up here, we're printing it out down here. So this was an introductory tutorial in arrays, guys. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any concerns or comments, please, if you have any concerns here, leave comments or shoot me a message. And if you haven't watched my other tutorials, guys, please do so. It really means a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. So thank you for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Watch all my other videos, and there will be more tutorials coming up very soon. Thank you for watching, and stick around for more.